Hey Spartans, so I'm going to show you how to create an Edmodo account for your classes that you're going to need. So if you do not already have an Edmodo account, you're going to follow these steps. If you have an Edmodo account from last year or from another year, it is important that you do not create a new account here. Ask Mr. C for help and he will get you back into your existing account, and then you can add this year's groups to your list. But do not create a new account. This is only for students who don't have accounts yet. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to this website address, wcpss.edmodo.com. You can get to it from the Salem homepage as well. And when you come here, you're going to see that there is a login box and then a place for you to sign up. And so you're going to go to the Sign Up Now section at the bottom and click on I'm a Student. And some fields are going to pop up for you to fill in. The first thing you're going to need is a group code. You're going to get this from your teacher, and you may get more than one. You may have a different code for every teacher that uses Edmodo as a class. So you would just need one of those codes to get started, and then you can add the rest later. So I have a code here that I'm going to use, and you'll type that in. And then you're going to choose your own username for Edmodo. And you'll notice that when I clicked off of the code, a little green check mark appeared that says that that is a valid code to enter. That's going to be important for your username also, because you're choosing your own username in a worldwide database of users, so it has to be unique. You may choose something you've used before. That works if you can remember it. It can be your student ID number, and that's fine as long as you write it down somewhere and keep that number secure. So I'm going to pretend for now that I'm student Joe Smith, so we can just see what this looks like. And he wants to be J Smith as a username. So as you can guess, when I click off, we'll see that that is already taken. So we can try J Smith 1, which is taken, J Smith 11, taken, and we could do this all day if you have a very, very common last name. Something that may be helpful if you run into this is to take a first initial last name and then maybe tack on your student ID number at the end, and that should almost always be an available ID. Whatever it is you decide upon, make sure you write it down in your agenda on page 2 or under important student information or wherever it is that you manage your usernames and passwords so that you don't forget what it is. You're also going to choose a password for this. As you know, we've talked about what makes a good password, so type in something that is easy to remember but difficult to guess for someone else. Email, where it says optional, you do have the option of adding in an email. I would encourage you to do this for a couple of reasons. It's a way to get you back in should you forget how to get into Edmodo. There'll be a password reset, and it will send you the information to get back into Edmodo if you lock yourself out or forget your username or password. So if you have one of those, you can use the school email address if you've been given that, or if you have another one, if you're 13 years old and you have a Gmail account with permission from your parents, then you can go ahead and use that. Just make sure it is a real email address. It's bad form to make up an email address just to do that. We are going to be connecting only with other students and teachers, so people that we know in real life, so it is okay to use your real name for this, and we want you to use your real name. Make sure you capitalize. That's bad form to have a lowercase name when your teachers are looking at your stuff. Last thing you need to do is it says you and your parent agree to our terms of service and our privacy policy. You'll have to check this box before you can continue. We'll talk more about terms of service later, but very basically these are Edmodo's rules for you being allowed to use their site. And this is where all web services will put the information about how old you have to be to use their site. So you have to agree to those terms of service, and if you agree to them and you're in violation of those rules, they can have your accounts canceled. So it's very important that you at least know where this is so that you can refer back to it later if need be, and we'll talk about that a little more very soon. So you're going to check that box and you'll click sign up, and it will create your account and take you to your home page. Now if you need to add more groups, or if you're getting back into Edmodo and you need to add groups for your other teachers in addition to the one that they have given to you, then you will come up over here. You'll see here's the class we just enrolled in, Mr. Kajia's Digital Citizenship class. You'll click on the little plus sign, and for every other class that you need to use Edmodo for, you're going to enter in that group code that your teacher has given you, and then click join, and you'll see them listed there down the side. Once you're finished with all that and you have some extra time, or if you need to do this, if you head on back to the Get Connected page, I put the link here in the video for you to see also. You can see some really helpful support documents and help documents that Edmodo has created for you to figure out how to get around in Edmodo, and your teachers will show you more as you get in there. Do make sure that whenever you are finished, that you sign out of Edmodo before you leave the computer, and make sure you write down your password somewhere in your agenda or wherever it is that you manage your passwords. If you have any trouble, see Mr. C in the library and we'll get you all set.